Today's learning target is I can subtract integers. Let's take a look at how we subtract integers. So remember, integers are numbers, whole numbers that are either positive or negative, and it also includes the number 0. So let's say that it's 6 degrees outside and the temperature drops 7 degrees. Okay, so one way we could write that is 6 minus 7. Now in this case, so I have 6 and I'm taking away 7. Well, if I took away 6, so 6 minus 6 would give me 0. So I'm taking away 7, I'm taking away 1 more than 6. So my answer for this would actually be -1. Now another way we could write this problem is shown down here, and we can take a look at the opposites of these. So instead of subtracting a positive number, we can do the opposite of subtracting, which is adding, and then this was a positive number, so we could add a negative number. So we could write this problem 6 plus a -7. And if I did that, I'm going to get the same result, -1. Okay, and we'll use that here in a second. We can see that's what's shown right here. All right, let's take a look at how we would solve this problem, 8 minus 12. Now remember, I could rewrite this problem as its opposite. I could say 8 plus a -12. Either way, I'd get the same answer. There might be some times where you find a problem and you're able to solve it just using subtraction, and other times you'll look and you'll find that doing the opposite will help. So in this case, I could look at this problem and say, think about it in terms of money. I have $8 and then someone takes away or subtracts $12 from what I have. I can tell I'm going to have less than $0 now because I only have $8 and someone's taking away $12. So I'm left in this case with -4. Now a way I can solve that is I can actually take 12, I can flip this around, okay, and I can take 12 minus 8, and you can see if I do that I get 4. But now you have to remember that this was 8 minus 12, and so I know that my answer's got to be negative. So it's not 4, it's a -4. And my answer here would be the same thing, I would get -4. All right, I can do the same thing here, 10 minus 13. I know that's going to give me a negative number, okay, and so I know that if I have $10, someone takes away 13, I could just do 13 minus 10, gives me 3, and I know that's going to be a -3, or I could have rewritten it 10 plus -13. Okay, I do the opposite of subtraction, and that would be addition, and then this was a positive number here, so I turned it to a negative number here. So that would give me -3. Let's take a look here at this problem where adding its opposite is going to be an easier way to solve this problem. So in this problem I have -10 and I'm taking away 7. Now because I'm not dealing with two positive numbers like I was before, then I'm going to do the opposite here. Okay, so I have a positive number here, I have a 7, but I have a -10 here. So instead of looking at this as -10 minus 7, that's going to be the same as taking -10. Now the opposite of subtraction is addition, and now this 7 was a positive 7, so I rewrite it this way. So here now I have a -10, and I'm going to add another -7. So if I look at that on a number line, I have a -10, which starts me here, and now I'm going to go another -7, adding another -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to get me at -17. So when I add a negative and another negative, okay, I'm just going to add the two numbers together and it's still negative, right? So I'd add 10 and 7 is 17, and then it's negative. So that's how I would solve that one. Alright, so here's a problem that's a little bit different. So we've got 1 minus a -2. Now you can see these parentheses are here just to separate the two negatives so you don't have these two right next to each other. So here we can see I'm not dealing with two positive numbers that I'm subtracting. Instead I'm dealing with one positive number and one negative. So instead of trying to solve it like this, let's do the opposite. So the opposite of subtraction is addition, and this is a negative, so that's now going to be a positive. So when I rewrite this, it becomes 1 plus a positive 2. And now this problem becomes much easier to solve. It's just 3. So doing the opposite really can help us when we're dealing with a negative number as one of our numbers. So here's a problem, again, that's a little bit different. Now we can see here that we're subtracting, but we have two negative integers. So again, let's do the opposite, and it's going to make it easier on ourselves. So we're going to rewrite this. So we have negative 10. Now the opposite of subtraction is addition, and this is a negative 7, so it becomes a positive 7. So now we look at this, and we have a negative 10 plus 7. So think of this in terms of it's negative 10 degrees out, and it gets 7 degrees warmer. So as you're solving this, we can say, all right, we start at negative 10, which is right here on our number line. And we're going to add on 7 to that, right? So thinking temperature-wise, it's minus 10, and it gets 7 degrees warmer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We end up right here, which becomes negative 1 would be here, negative 2, so it's negative 3. So negative 10 plus 7 would be a negative 3.